Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now. Hey now, hey now. Hey now, and hey now. Hour number 4 brought to you by Mandu. Mandu.com, MANDUU.com. I'll be back at Mandu for my workout tomorrow. That's right. Good old fashioned Mandu workout tomorrow. Excited to get back in the saddle. If you're looking to lose weight, build muscle, feel better, help fix some of those ailments, alleviate some of those ailments, such as back pain, knee pain, whatever you got going on. A lot of that can be solved with losing weight, growing muscle in those areas. And you will grow muscle in those areas because that's what Mandu is. It's a full body workout and it happens in 15 minutes. That's the thing when I tell you it takes you 4 to 6 hours in the gym to do what you can do in 15 minutes at Mandu. That's because it's working out all the muscle groups at the same time. You don't have to go from machine to machine to machine. You're just in one spot. You don't even have to use a machine. You got a personal trainer telling you what to do. You might be using some dumbbells. You might be using a kettlebell or a weighted bar or, whatever. But they will gradually move you up. They've got plans. They got plans laid out. Wouldn't call them plans. You'd call them routines, if you will. I guess structured routines that help concentrate on certain things. And when you go and you say to your trainer, "Hey, this is what I'd really like to concentrate on," that's exactly what they're going to concentrate on for you. If you've got a certain part of your body, say men, men want to build their arms. Tell them, "Hey, I want to build up my biceps." Or if you want to work on your abs or your pecs or your glutes, you want to get a peach going back there. Or if you got back problems like I do, you want to work on those back muscles. They can do all that. All of that can be targeted, and it's just 15 minutes. You can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it 3 times a week, however you want to do it. You got to give your body time to recoup from those workouts, so you can't do it more than once every 48 hours, but you can easily do it 3 times a week, which is what I do, and it will literally change your life. I'm not exaggerating about that. You will be an entire new person. I am a believer in Mandu. I love the guys over there and the gals, and Paul and Jolie are absolutely fantastic. The owners, and I just can't say enough about it, man. It literally changed my life. I'm literally half the man I used to be. If you go back and look at pictures of me pre Mandu, you will say to yourself, "Dang, that Mandu really works." So get with them. Get a free session. I'm asking you to try it for free. I never tell you to sign up and purchase a plan or whatever. I only want you to try it for free because then you can decide if that's what's best for you. I want you to know that I'm telling you the truth. 205-848-2299 is the number. No, that's not the number. 205 8. It's all at mandu.com. Why can't I remember the number? Is it 848-688? What? I usually just give you all the website, so that's why I can't remember the frickin' MANDUU.com. Mandu.com. The number in Homewood is 205-438-6003. I was so close. 438-6003 for the one in Homewood. But remember, you've got Huntsville, which is 256-808-0104. And you've got Tuscaloosa, which is 205-872-6205. I know you're not going to remember all those numbers, so remember the website, MANDUU.com, and get that free session, Cuzzy. Get that free session. So you're familiar with Graham Plattner, Graham Nazi Tattoo Plattner, right, John Bird? We've talked about him several times. He has now gone into hiding from the media as his campaign poll numbers are imploding. He is a Democratic socialist / communist running for the Senate in Maine. It's, if he implodes, it's not necessarily a win for Republicans or a win for us because he's running against Susan Collins, who is a damn rhino anyway. but he's hiding from the media as these scandals continue to stack up. He reportedly met with Senate Democrats this week who wanted to know if another shoe was about to drop on him and his campaign. Because a lot of people and even media outlets are saying the worst is yet to come, that there is, in fact, going to be another scandal coming down the pike for Plattner. And so he's already dealing with the fallout from having an actual Nazi tattoo for 20 years, only getting it covered up after he's called out and running for Senate. He then has this history of Reddit posts that are now deleted, where he mocked a wounded soldier who drew enemy fire away from his squad. He said that, and this individual is still alive. I think he's made comments on it, but he says that soldier didn't deserve to live, that he should have died. He said, he said this video never gets old. His name was P. Hustle on Reddit. It was in June of 2019 in reference to a viral video from the helmet cam, Private First Class Ted Daniels, taken during a clash with Taliban fighters in 2012 that ended in Daniels being shot 4 times. He earned a Purple Heart for his injuries. He said, quote, "The dumb MFer didn't deserve to live. At least his stupidity and fat-ass wheezing are available for all future infantrymen to witness and hold in contempt. Poor marksmanship on the Taliban's part is the only reason this mouth breather made it home. He managed to make every possible-ish decision possible when it comes to small unit combat." So that was his first go round with the scandal. And then another one comes out, and he starts he's got other Reddit posts where he was talking about well, let's see, Reddit post where Plattner shows him mocking rural white people and calling himself a communist and calling Jesus a zombie. And there was another March 2017 post on Reddit where he responded to a discussion about nostalgic military smells. He says, "I still have to," he says J-O. You know what J-O stands for?
Yeah.
Polish the banister. He says, "I still have to polish the banister every time I sit in a porta potty. That blue water smell conditioned me." That's a little weird. It's a little weird to be polishing the banister in a porta potty. He said he also gushed over a crude penis drawing inside a porta potty while deployed overseas. He praised the image in terms calling it beautiful, engorged and veiny, and moving towards its penetrative glory.
What a freak.
He said, "Oh, ish, you've got the hot rod chicken rooster from Manus." And he claims now, he's like, "Oh, I was totally joking about that."
You're not joking about something like that. You're a sick fellow.
You're a sick fellow. He's a weirdo, dude. And then he had the other day, he had to drag out his unhappy wife after he broke his silence on a massive sexting scandal. He was apparently sexting individuals, and he had to bring his wife out to basically face the music. Wall Street Journal uncovered proof on Saturday of, what is this? This is not like 2 Saturdays ago, that Plattner's wife, Amy Gertner, previously told campaign aides about finding sexually explicit texts with several women on her husband's phone while they were married. They said she disclosed the text to a former state legislator who was the Plattner's campaign's political director before leaving in October. She explained that the wife reached out just days before a Labor Day rally with Senator Bernie Sanders, and that she was worried that her husband's behavior could hurt his political prospects. So she wasn't worried that her husband was sexting other women. She was worried that that might get out and that it would hurt his political campaign. Sounds a lot like John Fetterman's wife, actually.
Yeah, it sure does.
She added that the wife told her that Plattner had been exchanging sexual messages with up to a dozen women. And then Plattner's campaign put his wife forward to answer for him in a hostage-like video where she says, this is the video she puts out. She says, Graham and I have a great marriage. Being married is hard. Being newly married is hard. Being newly married and going through infertility is hard. But she says that she would rather be married. God, what was that? I'm looking at what she actually said. She goes on to talk about people attacking her husband unfairly and all this, that, and the other. But then apparently he was on some dating website. It's just a whole list of different things that makes this dude a creep. And apparently, I don't know what the dating website was, but there's been known to be minors on there.
Yeah, it's maybe Omegle. But let me tell you something. It's all about power. You think about Joe Biden. You think about Hillary Clinton. All of them have the same thing in common. They want that power.
Mm-hmm. She'll stay married to a scumbag as long as she can be a senator's wife.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, says a lot about both of them. All right, so let me tell you about ProLift Garage Doors. Yeah, ProLift Garage Doors. My buddy Mike out there and his team doing what they do best, man, handling all your garage door needs, either replacing panels, replacing the opener, replacing springs. There's a lot of different things that can go wrong with garage doors, and those things are heavy, man. You don't have to pick it up and open it every time you got to get out the garage. So if you need a garage door, man, this is your guy. I want you to reach out to him. Make sure you let him know you heard about him right here on the line, and he will get you taken care of. You're going to love Mike. He's a great guy. He's my Mandu buddy. We work out at Mandu together, and he's out there doing it, man. There's a lot of options, too. I don't know if people realize this, but in garage door world, and I'm not talking about just regular, garages on your house, but even those big roll-up doors and everything. There's a lot of options out there that I don't think a lot of people realize, and he's got them all for you. Whatever you want, he can get it hooked up. 205-346-8465. That's 205-346-8465. And online, proliftdoors.com. Grumpy Old Goat says, if Planner enjoys penis pics and pleasuring himself in porta potties, I'm putting money on his wife having a secret like Big Mike, which I think is probably possible. He probably listens to Tyler Childers, too. I better not say that since I'm going to that show tonight. All right. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I don't even want to get into this. There hasn't been a whole lot about Jeffrey Epstein as of late, but I came across one headline that was Epstein related. That since we've already dug ourselves into this hole of, nasty freaks, I was gonna bring to you, but I'll hold off on that for a second. Let me go to Thomas in Birmingham. Thomas, what's up, bub?
Hello. I got kind of a confession to make. I'm not calling for your your segment as we speak right now. I'm actually trying to get some archived audio on a segment you did about a man beaten in Lynn Park over a Confederate monument. I was the victim in that case, and I was wanting to try to see. I've tried to get in touch with Mrs. Vining, I think, and I have not been able to. So
yeah, I think I don't think that was me. I don't remember doing that story anyway.
I think it was Leland and Whaley, and
Yeah, it must have been Leland. You can if you want to call his show this afternoon. He starts at 2. And ask him about it and see if he remembers what day it is. If you can figure out what day it was, then there's a way to get a hold of that either on our website or on the YouTube channel to find it.
It's been a few years back, so it may be hard to dig up, but it was Memorial Day weekend.
If it was you talking about when he talked about it, it was a few years ago?
Yeah, it was like a whole segment that had been on I don't know, it was a couple or 3 days running that you guys did a segment on that.
Oh, yeah, that is going to be hard to find. It's actually it's probably going to be impossible to find if it's years ago, just because stuff overlaps and after so long. So, right. I'm not sure, but you can. He may remember the story if you call up. He can probably rehash what he knows about that story. So that'd be my advice.
I'm sure he will remember it.
Yeah.
All
right,
okay.
Thomas.
So call him about after 2 or so.
Yeah, anytime between 2 and 6.
The same number.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I don't even remember that story. Do you?
Mm-mm.
That must have been back during the Confederate monument controversies all across the country.
Yeah, well, that'd have been in right before your time or right when you first came on board.
Yeah, I think I might have been here for it. Was I here? That was during Trump's first term, so that would have been after. That would have been before I was here. I remember Jermaine Funny Main. What was his name?
Yeah, that was it, Jermaine Funny Main.
What was his last name? Jermaine Funny Main. Was it Brown? What was his last name? I don't remember. Anyway, he got up there and started acting like Al Sharpton and ended up starting a riot in downtown Birmingham with windows getting busted out and all that. And he was like, I didn't tell him to do nothing. He started acting like he had nothing to do with it. Do y'all remember that? That was funny. That was maybe the funniest thing he ever did.
Yeah, pretty much. We hadn't heard anything from him.
No, he was done after that. I didn't really think he was that funny. I mean, yeah, he was. First couple videos he did was kind of funny, like, hey, it's Alabama fan reacting to the game.
Mm-hmm.
But once you did it every week to every game, it's like you kind of just doing the same thing. It's not that funny. And he was a stand-up comedian too, but I don't think I ever saw any of his content. Anyway, he just got too political. If you're gonna be a comedian, if you're gonna be a comedian or a singer, like an artist. And you put your politics out there, you are really, you have got to say, you got to decide within yourself that my politics and my opinions are far more important than the career I've built, whether that is comedy or music or whatever.
You have to be willing to make that stand.
You got to say, me taking a stand for this, I am willing to sacrifice my entire career over my political beliefs. If you're going to put them out there and you're going to make it a mainstay of your persona, your personality. Otherwise, my advice would be just keep quiet, keep your opinions to yourself. You saw what happened to the Black Crows over the weekend.
Who?
You know? See, nobody even knows who they are anymore. And that's my advice to Tyler Childers tonight. Don't be doing any Pride Month stuff.
I'll dedicate this song to my gay grandpa coal miner.
Do you think he brings up Pride Month while we're there?
I don't know.
Oh, I kind of hope he does. I want to see what happens. AL.com headline: Alabama among several states trying to rebrand Pride Month. It's not lost upon the LGBTQ people. It says it's not lost upon the LGBTQ people when elected leaders don't recognize or value the visibility of the community. That's why Pride started in the first place, to make sure the community had a community. I don't even know what that means, honestly.
Mm-mm.
Are you speaking in gay? Because I can't understand it.
Like, what about straight month?
Yeah. We don't, this whole idea of visibility, like if you're gay, you're not invisible. Like we still see you and we still look at you as a normal person.
Yeah.
But like we don't really care about your sexuality. Like you can keep it to yourself like we all do. Act like a normal person.
There's no need to flaunt it. And I mean, a lot of gay people just live their lives.
Yeah. How about just be normal and gay? Can you do that? It doesn't have to be your identity. Find something else to be your identity. You've probably got something about you that's special or that's unique outside of being gay. Like, be that. You know? I don't understand. Making your sexuality your identity just seems like a cop out. And maybe it just means you're an incredibly boring person, which is an issue you need to address within yourself. Deep South Construction Pros, speaking of addressing issues, these guys right here address issues under your house. Moisture gets in your basement, your crawl space. Could be a lot of different things that cause it. Sometimes it's irrigation problems. If you've got water that kind of puddles up next to your house, it could ultimately creep into your basement. And when that water gets in there, it just sits. It sits and it gets moldy and musty and it smells weird in your basement. And then it creates mold, black mold. Stuff is going to make you sick all the time, make your family sick. You don't want that happening. Deep South Construction Pros can bring an end to that. They use basement waterproofing and crawl space encapsulation technology to keep that moisture out of there. It can also cause foundation problems. And maybe you've already got foundation problems. These guys can check and find out. They can fix them as well. If you just want them to, if you want to ask them some questions or get them to check it out, call them up. They'll be more than happy to help you out. But on the foundation side, cracks in the bricks, walls separating from the floors, cracks in the walls and in the, you can see this stuff. And if you spot any of it, call them up, let them know you heard it on the line, and just have a talk with them about what's next. These guys are right here located in Alabama, proud of that, investing back into the community and helping out what they consider their community and their neighbors. Reach out to them, 256-305-1854. It's 256-305-1854, Deep South Construction Pros.com. Deep South Construction Pros.com. All right, John Bird, are you ready?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Wheel of Segments. What's that face for, John Bird?
Isn't it ironic?
Isn't it ironic?
Isn't it ironic?
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
Don't you think? It's like rain. Like a wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it's bigger?
Trying to get my ish together over here. Hold on. All right, I think we got it. Yeah, here we go. Isn't it ironic? Up first, headline reads, another Barack Obama is running for California governor. Do you?
The name Barack Obama?
That's correct. Do you remember yesterday when I showed you that long list of people running for governor
Oh,
in
yeah,
California?
62 of them, I remember.
Yeah, there's a Barack Obama in the mix.
Oh, gosh.
The Obama last name is set to make a political return in California. Barack D. Obama Shaw is just one of the more than 60 candidates running in California's gubernatorial primary. Obama Shaw legally changed his name from Cecil Shaw III more than a decade ago while in the U.S. Army Reserve, which he served in from 2008 to 2016. He said, when I would stand to attention and his, Barack Obama's, picture was on the wall and I was proud, he said. He made it happen that a person like me could become president. That's another thing that I would advise people against is just voting for people because they look like you, you know? Because while that may seem great and wonderful and really tug at your heartstrings and make you feel important, you might want to check the resume, you know? Because there's plenty of people that look like me that are scumbags. And there's plenty of people that look like you that are scumbags, all right?
And there are plenty of people that look like me that are very handsome and creative and might have some mental issues.
That's true. And so my point being is if you're a black person, don't vote for somebody just because they're black. That's a really bad idea. Just check them out first. See if they've maybe S'd a D in a limo and smoked crack with Larry Sinclair before you vote for him.
Oh, dang.
According to his campaign website, he admired the former president because, quote, Barack Obama brought a hope into the world that I had never seen or experienced before. He added that the former president was the catalyst that had me legally change my name because I believe that people today need that same type of hope. Obama Shaw is also an active member of his community, hosting the show Alameda's Got Talent and teaching local children to play music. He credits his musical talents to his grandfather, gospel artist Brother Cecil Shaw Sr., who was mentioned in the Ray Charles autobiography, Brother Ray, Ray Charles' own story, and the 2004 Ray Charles film, according to the campaign website. Wow, so his grandpa was tied in with Ray Charles.
Yeah.
While speaking with Spectrum News, Obama Shaw said his involvement in the community inspired him to run for California governor with a platform that includes solving the homelessness crisis, building more housing, and cutting unnecessary spending. Despite running far behind the other candidates like billionaire climate activist Tom Steyer and former U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services Xavier Becerra, the Alameda, California candidate says he intends to carry the Obama name to elections well beyond this week. He said, Barack Obama is the superhero. I'm the guy wearing his suit. That's me. I'm the one who has the privilege that carries that banner around. All righty.
Really?
Carrying on that Barry Soetoro name. That's what you should have changed it to. You should have changed it to Barry Soetoro.
Man. Should change it to Big Mike.
Next up, headline, woman who banned herself from Pennsylvania casinos for life gets escorted out after winning a jackpot. So I think there's websites where you can go, like if you got a gambling problem and you just can't help yourself, there's a site you can go to where you can voluntarily ban yourself from casinos. Well, she did that, but she's so addicted to gambling, she found herself back in the casino, finally hit the jackpot.
Oh, man.
And they said, no, you can't have this because you're banned. That's bad.
That is definitely ironic.
A woman who was banned from Pennsylvania casinos for life was escorted out by police after she hit the jackpot in Dauphin County. According to a public information release from the Pennsylvania State Police, troopers were contacted shortly after 3:30 p.m. on Sunday about a woman who was at the Hollywood Casino at Penn National in East Hanover Township. Police said the woman had been identified as someone who was self-excluded from casinos after she won a slot machine jackpot. After reviewing information, troopers said they confirmed that the 69-year-old woman from Asbury, New Jersey, had given herself a self-imposed lifetime ban from casinos in 2019. Police escorted her off the property and told her a non-traffic citation for trespassing would be filed against her. They didn't say whether she got to keep the jackpot. I would say she didn't.
No.
In Pennsylvania, people who are struggling with gambling addiction can voluntarily ban themselves from casinos. According to the Council of Compulsive Gambling of Pennsylvania, people can put themselves on a self-exclusion list for 1 year, 5 years, or a lifetime. The self-exclusions don't expire, so you can't take yourself off.
Gosh.
After someone puts themselves on an exclusion list for casinos, the council said licensed facilities must refuse their wagers and deny them gaming privileges. The council also said self-excluded gamblers are prohibited from collecting any winnings.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
How much did she win?
It doesn't say. But, man, it says a jackpot. A jackpot is a large amount of money. Imagine, dude. But, hey, here's the thing. If she did get to keep the money, she would have ended up blowing it in another casino anyway.
Yep, she would have.
But talk about some freaking irony, dude.
I mean, did she even bother to, like, go to a shrink or something that could help her?
I don't know.
Or go to Gamblers
Well,
Anonymous?
she obviously wanted to be. You've got to have the desire to want to get away from it if you voluntarily put yourself on a list to be banned from casinos.
Yeah, but you could also say, "Gosh, this is hard. I'm gonna ban myself from all of them. That'll take care of it."
Or maybe it was a family member that put her on there.
I don't know,
That
man.
family member could have got a cut of that jackpot.
She'll be telling that story for the rest of her life.
Nobody's gonna believe it.
Dang.
Oh man, that's gotta suck. And last but not least, headline: volunteer firefighter arrested for allegedly setting fires
Oh no.
and responding to them with his department.
Oh my gosh, boy, there's some real irony going on today.
A firefighter has been arrested for allegedly setting fires and then responding to them with his fire department, according to officials in eastern Pennsylvania. Justin Shawley, a 29-year-old member of the Perseverance Fire, a member of the Perseverance. Okay.
I had to get all the ones you got wrong, get caught up.
The Perseverance Volunteer
There you
Fire
go.
Company in Sauderton was arrested on Sunday on charges including arson, according to court documents. The first fire was set Friday morning when the Perseverance Volunteer Fire Company and other agencies responded to a fire at a detached garage/barn. The blaze was about 50 feet behind a home that had 10 people inside. Hours later, the Perseverance Volunteer Fire Company responded to a trash fire. Then, early Saturday morning, crews responded to a property where there were multiple fires coming from a barn, a shed, an outhouse, 3 cars, and a gazebo.
Good gosh.
The fires were near a home with 8 people inside. Investigators used license plate readers databases to zero in on Shawley as a suspect. Shawley admitted to setting all 3 fires. After 2 of the blazes, Shawley went to his fire department and then responded back to the fire scenes with the other firefighters. Shawley said one of the fires was near a property he believed belonged to an employer who had fired him in 2015. The fire department said Shawley has been suspended from the department with intent to remove upon future outcomes. The actions described in the criminal charges stand in complete opposition to the core values, mission, and dedication of our company, according to the fire department. Ah!
Did he get charged with arson or what?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. There's a criminal complaint. That's where all this information's coming from.
Jeez, man. People are so stupid.
But that is what we call, isn't it, ironic?
Yeah, life is a funny way, sneaking up on you. Yeah, life is a funny way of helping you out.
ChuckDavisLaw.com. If you are a firefighter responding to your own fires, you might need some representation. But I don't know that Chuck would want to help this guy because he seems to be caught dead to rights. But if you got stuff going on that you need representation for, I'm just asking you to call my attorney. That's what Chuck is. Chuck is my personal attorney, and he's going to help you out, man, especially if he knows you're with the Hey Now Nation. He's in the business of helping my people, and you are my people. So reach out to him. Whatever it is, divorce, custody, wills, probate, contracts, personal injury, car wreck, slip and fall, wrongful death, whatever. Reach out to him. Let him know I sent you. He is he's the man. Love what Chuck does. Love how he sticks up for people. He'll listen to you as well. I've had attorneys in the past that wasn't very interested in listening to what I had to say. Chuck will absolutely hear you out, get your side of the story, and start fighting for you. 205-823-9992. That's 205-823-9992. And online, ChuckDavisLaw.com. No representation is made that the legal services provided are superior to the legal services provided by other lawyers. Alabama Men's Clinic. AlabamaMen'sClinic.com. I told y'all here in the next few days I'm going to make a trip down there, and I'm going to let them hit me with the test. I'm going to get my consultation, if you will. Let them test me out, just so I know. I'd like to just know where my levels are at, if everything's on the up and up, because you don't necessarily have to have problems to go get tested and see where your testosterone levels are. Maybe they're just a little low, and there could be a little adjustment. And that way you get out in front of it before something bad happens, or maybe there's something that can kind of enhance your sexy time with your wife that you hadn't even thought about. You don't know. Could be a lot of different things that could benefit you. So set you an appointment, man. Get the consultation. It'll take you 30 seconds to do it on the website, AlabamaMen'sClinic.com, or you can call them. Just either way, when you talk to them, make sure you tell them I sent you, and that way they know you're part of the Hey Now Nation, and they're going to take care of you. Calls 205-598-7000. It's 205-598-7000. Alabama Men's Clinic.com. AlabamaMen'sClinic.com. All right, let me look at the text line real quick and see what we got. Here. Gundoc says, you would not believe how often volunteer firefighters go out and start fires just so they can go fight them. And we also, at my department, got paid $5 per coal for a gas reimbursement. And some of the younger folks would do that so they can take the girlfriends out on Friday night.
Well, so they get $5 for gas, but if you only drive 5 miles.
So we also, at my department, got paid $5 per coal, Koll.
Maybe Koll? Coal?
Or maybe per
Maybe
call.
Call. That's what I would think.
For a gas reimbursement. And some of the younger folks would do that just so they could go take their girlfriends out. So they could get enough money to take the girl out. Let's see. Amanda says, that sounds like an episode. I don't think it was Criminal Minds, but it was one of those kinds of shows that had on there, but that was a few years ago. Oh, from the firefighter deal? Well, it could have been any of them. I don't even know. Let's see. Justin says, maybe we should say we're too gay to want a straight pride month, and then they would make one. You said there are no bad ideas.
Okay, reverse psychology. That probably would work.
A little reverse psychology never hurt nobody. So maybe you can
give
do
us
that.
a mega gay day. And then they'll all turn it around.
Yeah. Hey, Noto Roofing. Don't forget about them. NOTOroofing.com. NOTOroofing.com. 848-2299. Free roof inspection, complimentary roof tune-up, and all the things that have you covered. Especially with these storms that have recently rolled through, you need to make sure that there's no small issue that ends up turning into a bigger issue. These guys will get it taken care of. And in a lot of cases, as I always tell you, when they get up there, if they see a small issue they can fix right there on the spot, they'll do it and not charge you an arm and a leg. They'll just get it handled. Now, if you do have big issues, they're going to help you file the insurance claim and all that kind of stuff. They're going to make it as easy on you as possible, whether that's your house, your rental, your barn, your whatever, your business. If it's got a roof, needs to be inspected, man, every so often. So get on top of that. 848-2299 online, notoroofing.com. John Bird, you plan on having a better night tonight?
I sure do. It's going to be dog-free.
You're so excited. You're going to get a good night's sleep. Going to be on time for work tomorrow.
Yep.
All those things.
It's going to be great. Great.
And I'll let y'all know how gay the Tyler Childers concert is tomorrow.
Yes, we definitely need a review.
We'll see how that goes tonight. Till next time, see you, cut.